Homeric Allusions in the Aeneid, number 6 and 7, The Storm. After gathering images from Iliad 14 and Odyssey 10, Vergil returns to Odyssey 5 as a model for the storm that ravages Aeneas's fleet. So speaking, he gathered the clouds and stirred up the sea, grasping his trident in his hands. He roused all the storm blasts of every kind of wind, and shrouded with clouds both land and sea together. Night rushed down from heaven. Together Eurusque Notusque fell upon him, and wild-blowing Zephyrus and Boreas born of the bright sky, rolling a mighty wave. When he had spoken these words, he struck the hollow mountain in its side with the butt of his spear reversed, and the winds, like an army in formation, rush forth through the opening given them, and sweep the earth with their whirlwind. They fell upon the sea, and together from its deepest foundations, Eurusque and Notusque rush forth, and Africus thick with storms, and they roll vast waves toward the shores. The shouting of men and the shrieking of the rigging follow. Suddenly the clouds snatch sky and daylight from the Trojans' eyes. Black night settles upon the sea. The heavens thundered, and the sky flashes with incessant fires, and all things threaten the men with instant death. Vergil plays on the Homeric passage like a musician playing a variation on a theme. There are structural resonances. Haec ubi dicta introduces the passage like Homer's hos apon. There is physical similarity between Poseidon's trident and Aeolus's scepter. More direct verbal translations include venti for anemon and nux for nox. Vastos volvunt fluctus answers to megacuma culinden. The lists of the winds are structurally similar, but Vergil leaves out Zephyr and replaces Boreas with Africus. One line in the storm passage is borrowed not from Odyssey 5 but Odysseus 10, where the Laestrygonians are hurling boulders from land onto Odysseus's vulnerable fleet. The alliterated sound of the Greek kappa imitates the harsh sound of timbers breaking as the dying men cry out in desperation. Afar dekakos konavos katanias orori andron to limenon nion thama agnimenaon, and at once an evil clamour arose throughout the ships, of men dying and vessels being smashed together. The shouting of men and the shrieking of the rigging follow. While Vergil's primary model for the storm comes from Book 5, he could not ignore this sensory, pathos-filled line in which the sound of men crying and timbers breaking are mimicked by Homer's artful diction.